Thank you for joining us. This is Learning English with Chola. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for your contribution in helping us reach 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. We appreciate that you are subscribing and sharing the videos. Also, as learners, you're asking questions, you are making suggestions as to which books or set books now we're going to tackle next. And thank you for sharing the video with other learners, and welcome. So this evening, depends where you're watching us from, we're going to look at the statistic devices that you could use in analyzing books, such as this one. This is the concubine, a very nice novel. So what tools can you use when you are analyzing novels, short stories, for example? So this is the book that we've been discussing. So we are going to see the tools that are at our disposal when we are analyzing set books. So to start, I have made a small diagram like this one. This is a plot. Usually this is how a story unfolds. So you have from here, the numbers goes up to 12. So you have at this point gone all the way up to this point, going down at this point. And now this is what it is called the plot of the story. So this entails the beginning of the story, the rising of the story, events, things happening until you reach the apex, the climax at the top. Then you begin to see the falling of the story and the resolution, and the story ends. So usually this is how the story unfolds, whether it is a short story, it is a novel. Now, we want to look at some of these words. At the beginning of the story, you're going to have what is called exposition. Then you're also going to have the rise in action. Things must happen in a story, and the events that are occurring is what is being referred to as rise in action. So there should be a point where things have been rising, where we reach now the climax of the story. And after the climax, you are going to have what it is called the falling action. After things begin to tie up, resolution will be the last event of the story. Then the story ends. So these things, what are they? What are the significance of this? So we are saying for a novel, it must have a plot. Okay, so what is a plot? This is what we are saying. A plot is a chain of events, things that are happening in the story. Okay, a story or narrative, things that are happening that forms a plot. And we are saying usually it's a short story, a novel. You're going to see that there's a chronological order, there's a pattern to which a story is told. This happened first, followed by this one, and then this happened. So it is in a chronological order until we reach a point where things are hot, which is the climax of the story. Then after that, you just see the story, being resolved, tied up. So that is the plot, the chain of events, things that are happening. Then we go to the first point, which was exposition. So what is exposition? When you're saying exposition tells place, setting. In short, it introduces the characters. If it is a short story, it introduces the character, things that are going to be in that story. Okay, so that's what saying setting, which means place and time. So from the exposition, you may find place. This happened in Zambia on the Copper Belt on 19th January 1990. So it gives place and time. Then you have what we are calling lies in action. The things that are happening in the story. What are events taking place? What are characters saying about others, about themselves? So things are happening, things are going on. And of course, we have looked at climax, that is the apex of the story. Things are out now. And after that, things begin now to tie up. So following action, as I have explained, this comes immediately after the intense of the climax. Things begin now to work out. Then you have the resolution. The solution, now the solution is reached. The problem is identified and solved. That is the resolution. So now, that is just about what is called a plot. Now, let us go to the elements of a story in a novel. So what is about that? Setting, very important. What is setting? Place and time. So a novel will tell, once upon a time in a village of Ndola, on the village of the name, the village. So it gives time and place. Okay, time and place. So it may be written, the book may be written in the First World War, Second World War, something was happening. So it named that. Then we have what we are calling characters. Things that are taking place or taking action in the story are called characters. Now, under characters, we have what may be called a major character. Who's a major character? A major character is the one whose story revolves around. Okay? For example, in the book you are reading, which is The Concubine, you may find that Ihuma, the lady, is one of the leading characters in that novel because all or everything goes around or surrounds her. We have Emenike as a character as well. We have Omaduma and other characters. And then other characters who are supporting characters may be called minor characters. They have a minor role in the story that is being told. So we may have what is minor story of static characters who don't grow throughout the story. They are static. Okay? And in the novel, we're going to see that. Then you have dynamic characters. What are dynamic characters? These are characters who grow. They start maybe from naivety, then they grow. Their roles, they improve, meaning they are dynamic. There are changes. They go through changes and development throughout the story. So that's part of the lesson that I wanted to share this evening. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure if there are things that are not clear, ask questions so that they are clarified. God bless you.